Hello and welcome to Jessie Bear Book Club. Today we are talking about the movie To Kill a King from 2003. My stepdad showed me this movie and I had never heard of it before, which surprised me as it's the sort of thing I'm extremely interested in, and it's from 2003, so when I was googling period dramas, it's a wonder this didn't come up. The movie follows the career of Lord Fairfax, played by Dougherty Scott, at least I think that's how you pronounce his first name, and the aftermath of the English Civil War. This movie reminds me a lot of the TV show The Devil's Whore from 2008, which I think is still available on 4OD, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it. The first season is really good, the second season is forgettable. Also, I'm showing my age because it is no longer 4OD, it's all 4. All the actors in this movie are amazing, but the standout is definitely Rupert Everett as Charles I. He really looks like the king who lost his head, and he took the acting choice to include the king's stammer, which I adored. Any nod to actual history is always a big win in my book. Tim Roth as Cromwell doesn't look like him very much, but he does a great job of being an asshole, which I did enjoy. As you can probably tell, I am not a Cromwell fan, but who is? The man cancelled Christmas, plays and singing. Some of the CGI sets look a bit dated, but that is to be expected from a movie made in 2003. But all the sets are spectacular, as is the costume work, and the hair was top notch. Everything was very on point, and I didn't have any quibbles about ladies wearing clothes that were too sexy or hair that wasn't curly. And the Puritans did a great job of looking drab. The movie opens with a horrific amputation scene, but I liked it. I'm a fan of historical medicine. I like to learn about it, and I think amputation should be viewed for the horrific barbaric act it was, yet it was also a necessity. If you are a fan of historical medicine, you should subscribe because next week my review of season 2 of The Nick is coming out. One of the smaller roles in this movie of Anne Fairfax, or should I say Lady Anne Fairfax, was played by Olivia Williams, and she was so beautiful, so classic. Oh, I loved her. And when she was wearing that blue dress, I just wanted to dress up like that and parade around. Her acting was also impeccable. She really did show how it would be if you did have divided loyalties in a civil war, torn between her family, the good Catholics who supported the monarchy, and her husband, who had sided with the Roundheads. She didn't know which way to turn, and some of the interactions between Lady Fairfax and King Charles I were the best parts of the movie. The scene where he threatens her while peeling an orange, or was it an apple, was completely classic. My only slight problem with this movie is the fact that the timeline jumps around a bit. It keeps jumping forward and covers the span of about 20 years in the course of 102 minutes. Literally, this is my only quibble though, and it is a small one at that. I also enjoyed how at the end of the movie it gave you the information about the real people and how they lived their lives. I always love that at the end of period dramas and true stories. This movie is super underrated, getting only 60% on Rotten Tomatoes and 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb. I think this is incredibly unfair. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. For a period drama, this movie is up there with the better ones. It is not oversexed, the costumes are pretty historically accurate, the story is pretty accurate to what actually happened, and I would recommend it to anybody who loves historical fiction or actual history. If you enjoyed this review, remember to like, comment and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lady Jessica Riddell, and next week my video reviewing The Nick Season 2 will be up, so if you do like medical history, make sure and subscribe for that. Until next time, bye!